everyone, welcome on board. This is Anisha here with the second update for today. IIT Bombay, that is SJMSOM calls are out. Yesterday we had IIT Delhi calls come out. I think today we had IIT Dhanbad calls come out as well. And now IIT Bombay, which is the best IIT that we really aim for, calls have also come out. But what's the cutoff? That's not very clear. In fact, this time the shortlisting criteria bhi published nahi hui hai. So everybody type in the comments your CAT percentile and your general non-engineer, so GEM ho, JEF ho, kya ho, put that, and your 10th 12th graduation. Let's try and figure out किस percentile पे calls आई हैं. This year there was a change in the eligibility criteria for SJMSOM where they were accepting students from the non-engineering background as well. So let's see what is the cutoffs at which students from the non-engineers and engineering background have got shortlist calls this time. Next thing you will have is your interviews, which will be in Mumbai campus. Make sure you start preparing for your interviews because SJMSOM, if I show you, this is the Seniors Connect session which we have. This year, the IIT Bombay Alumni Connect sessions will happen on Monday, 17th of Feb, 11 p.m. Essentially, you got to know a lot about your SJMSOM. The interviews are very much in depth. That's not like superficial. Achhe se people will spend 30 to 40 minutes with you guys to understand about you, your personality, your work ex, your knowledge about IIT Bombay, your MBA specializations and everything details mein, right? If we look at what is the kind of placements that are happening, what's the batch profile, we look at the batch profile. This is of the 2024 batch which has just passed out and the available placement report published as well. Here we can see the batch size was 115 students. 14% is the gender diversity, so it was dominated by male students and engineers. Hence we have non-engineers coming in this time as well also. The median CAT percentile was 98.45. The WorkX, we had 76% students with WorkX, rest were freshers. The average WorkX months was 22 months. So essentially you can see more or less 2 years is a sweet spot, for WorkX people. Now, if you look at the domain, engineers and others was 20%, sales and marketing 7%, operations 19%, consulting and analytics 21%, information technology 33%. This is the domain of those 76% WorkX wale people. So WorkX people were from this background. Academic diversity wise, it was obviously engineers college. We had 33% mechanical engineers, 27% EE, that's electronics and telecommunication engineers, 23% com science and IT engineers, 12% civil and chemical engineers, 5% the others, that's your mining and etc. Now, if you look at the placement highlights of that batch, 48 companies on campus, very great placements I would say because you had 72 lakhs as the highest package. Median was 26.73, average was 28.01. The women candidates, the minority students, usme average was 29.31. And the backgrounds in which they have got placed. So we could see BFSI and conglomerates had 23% placements. 19% of the batch is in consulting. 18% of the batch is in IT and e-commerce. 19% is in FMCG or FMCD. That's like your HUL, Pepsi, Videocon, etc. Then 21% in pharma and others. Average CTC of the top 25% of the batch is 38.29 percentile. Top 50% of the batch was at 33.82 percentile. Top 75 percentile of the batch is at 30.71. So overall, definitely SJMSOM has been doing really well when it comes to placements, the academic learning. You're based out of Mumbai, so you get more and more exposure as well. Much more opportunities to interact with the industry, do some projects as well. Next step, now that you've got the shortlist, you will go to your dashboard. In the GD WATPI section, come to lecture highlights, watch these videos which are highlight factors from this year's live classes which you have missed out by now, where we will figure out the interviews basic rules, how to prepare for these interviews as well. Then come into building interview skills section, scroll down here, watch all the videos. These are the must do hygiene interview questions. Tell me something about yourself, your strengths, weaknesses, why MBA, short term goal, long term goal, सब इसमें cover हो रहा है. Hear these videos, prepare your answers based on them and keep improvising on a daily basis. Next step, come to the booklets section. This is a repository of the must-do interview questions for different background that you come from and for the different sectors that you wish to go, like finance, marketing, HR, strategy, सारे covered है इसमें, ठीक है. उसके बाद में very very important दो काम करने हैं. डॉकेट्स में जाके नॉन IIM डॉकेट से you will go through the SJMSOM docket, which is IIT Bombay docket. That's like a transcripts of all the students' interview experiences. Very very important, the functional dossiers. Get your mini MBA sorted. They expect you to have basic idea about what is marketing, finance, operations, consulting, HR. This is doing your mini MBA. Read them, prepare your answers and get this sorted. Lastly, what के लिए there are some sample what's available of different types, whether it is abstract, philosophy, business or case based, सब covered up है in this. Read them, get your inspiration to understand how to approach the written ability tests so that it's not rocket science and you have a good knack of structuring your thoughts, because that is what is important. And the last thing you need to do is make sure you book in your time slots with your seniors from IIT Bombay or the IIT Delhi's to get your mock interviews done, and we will have special weekend boot camp sessions for the IITs. So we are going to be connecting back on 22nd, 23rd Feb, 2 hours of special boot camp for all the IIT Delhi and IIT Bombay call getters, where we will brainstorm, or rather I would say learn from the IITians what you should know about the college, what kind of questions to expect, what level of questions to expect. When I say level, कितने अंदर depth में जाके questions पूछे जाते हैं, who are the faculties who take the interviews, what are the clubs and committees, everything that you need to know to make sure you convert your IIT calls will be taken care in these special weekend boot camps. So please make sure you don't miss them out and get on board to the course right away if you have not yet started. All the best, take care.